What's up, guys? This is the second video in my series of constructing your dart frog terrarium slash vivarium, whatever you choose. In this series, I'm going to show you guys how to pretty much construct a dart frog, vivarium, or terrarium to fit your needs, pretty much. A cheap way to do it, and it looks really nice too. Before I start going into the video, I just want to say, when I do this video, I'm going to make it real simple for everyone to understand. It's pretty much for anyone that's just getting into dart frogs and wants to keep it cheap and not super expensive. Most people that build these tanks make them all custom, like with the backgrounds and such. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to make mine simple, and it looks really nice. It's aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and your dart frogs will enjoy it too. Today, I have a 10-gallon aquarium I have set up for some dart frogs I'm keeping. I also want to say too, the size of your aquarium is dependent on the species of dart frogs you have too. For this tank, 10-gallon tank, I'm going to be putting some citronellas in there. They're part of the subspecies of the Dendrobates stentorius. Citronellas fit well in a 10-gallon tank, depending on how much you have. I'd say one or two. Two, if you have a breeding pair, obviously, it will fit fine in a 10-gallon tank. I don't know if you guys can see, but so far what I've done to the tank, I put some hydrodon, which is a drainage material on the bottom. They look like little river rocks, pretty much. They're good for the drainage through the soil. And the only other thing I did, I put on top, I just wanted to show you, if you guys can't see, I'll get a close-up of it later here. It's pretty much weed block, and it's like a barrier, so your soil doesn't obviously fall through all the rocks. You need a barrier. It also helps in drainage through the soil too, so you don't have everything falling through rocks and you have a huge mess. You don't want that. That's a cheap way to do it. The weed block I got from like Walmart. Like, there's some websites that recommend you need all this other stuff, like the mesh and stuff. I mean, that's fine, but if you're in a limited budget, then this is the way to go. And the hydrodon, pretty much the stuff that looks like river rock, it's very light, cheap. You can get at websites. There's places that your hydroponic stores, if you guys have any near you, or online, you can get it for super cheap. I got a huge bag for like, I don't know, $10, and can make like 30 more aquariums with it. I don't know if you guys, also I have in a bag, it's called ABG, and it's Atlanta Botanical Garden Mixture. It's the substrate I'm going to be using for the plants to put in the aquarium. And this is very crucial when you guys are deciding for a substrate. I recommend this. It's very, very good for the plants. When you put substrate, the soil in there, you want to have, it needs to retain moisture, and it's good for the plants, because most of the plants you'll be putting in there are semi-tropical, and they need high humidity, a lot of moisture. So it's important you have the right mixture, and you can get this ABG stuff right off the internet. It's not too expensive, depending on the quantity you get. It's the best stuff. I wouldn't recommend anything else. I mean, if you use soil and stuff, I really wouldn't trust, like, if you go outside and just, like, start digging a hole and putting soil in here. I personally wouldn't recommend it, because you don't know what's in the soil. You don't know if there's other bugs or bacteria that you could bring into your tank that your dart frogs are susceptible to. Dart frogs, they breathe through their skin, so they're susceptible to a lot of things if you bring anything outside that could harm them. And you don't want that, obviously. You want the best of everything for your animals when you're keeping dart frogs or any other type of animal. Got to fit the need of the animal and not what you think is the best. Also, I got 3 plants. I don't know if you guys can see, but they're just pothos. I got them at like Lowe's or whatever. You can get them from nurseries and stuff. The thing is with Lowe's too, these ones, I know people at Lowe's, so they don't put pesticides and stuff on it, but I really want to recommend going to Lowe's, unless you ask them if there's pesticides, because plants can hold pesticides up to like 2 years in their roots and stuff, and like I said before, frogs, dart frogs, any type of frogs in general, can be susceptible to that. They breathe through their skin, so you want to make sure you're careful with that. I'd recommend you, like, online, there's so much choices, but the 3 I picked here are, the leaves are very sturdy, so if the frogs want to get on them, they're not going to like snap off, and they're easy to grow. Super easy to grow. I'll say for the most part, any type of plants that are suitable for your dart frog vivarium, they're super easy to grow. As long as you just have soil to put them in and you have the right lighting. And I want to talk about that here in a second too. The right type of lighting. You want a light that gives off a good amount of bright light. It's like on the side, I'll show you here in a second. I got this from Walmart. I don't know if you guys can see, but it says for the color temperature 6500K. That's pretty much what you want. And I'll tell you why, because the brighter it is, the better your plant will grow. But it also is dependent. Your plants that are growing with the type of light is also dependent on it too. Pothos, this will do fine. And this light that I just showed you guys, it's like $4 or $5 at Walmart. Not that expensive. And you'll also hear other people saying that you need this type of lighting. I mean, that's also good lighting, but you're going to pay more. And this does the same thing. And it's cheaper. And I got a fixture I also got from Walmart. It's like an under the like cabinet type of fixture. I got that at Walmart for like $10 too. So it wasn't expensive. I cut down the cost as much as possible, and it also is fine. It's the best way to go. And I'm going to show you here in a second. I'm going to speed it up. I'm going to put some soil in the tank, and you'll see where I am in like 2 seconds, because the beauty of YouTube magic, you'll see. And voila, look at that YouTube magic. How long has it been? Like 30 seconds, and look what's done now. I just want to guys give you a view from what you can see here. When you insert the substrate, the ABG, you want to make sure you missed it a crap ton. That's the only measurement I can tell you, because when you dump that stuff out, it is dusty as can be, and you need it to be moist, obviously. So that's what the tank looks like. It's all lots of condensation. As you can see, I only put 2 plants in. I have that third one. And as I was doing it, I didn't want to get too congested in there, because if you have a bunch of stuff in your tank all thrown in there like a pile of junk, and it just looks awful, and it'll get out of control super fast, because plants will grow fast in there. The 2 plants I put in there is just I have that pothos you guys see over there, and I think it's a type of begonia. I'm not 100% positive on that, but it's a nice plant. It doesn't grow too big. The pothos will grow out of control, as you can already see. I've only had that for like a couple weeks, and it's already getting pretty big, so I'll trim that down once that starts going out of control. And as you guys also see, look at this. Overview, the moss. I have a type of sheet moss I grow, and I put it in there because it's controlled and it is treated so there's no bugs, there's no other stuff in it. As you guys see, a lot of grass. This is just basic so far. I know I'm probably going to get people saying, wow, that looks really crappy, but no, it'll look good once it's all done. I just did this super quick so you guys could see. And as you see over here, I put rocks. And people are going to be like, what the fudge is the point of the rocks? And I'll tell you. The rocks pretty much will be like a pool, you could say, for your dart frogs. Because dart frogs enjoy water. Not a lot of water, just enough so they can get half their bodies in it. Nothing too high. That's another thing I want to say. People say that, is there a chance they can drown? There's a chance for anything to happen. I've never seen it happen. There's been theories saying that they will and they can. I've put water in all my tanks on the side there for breeding purposes too. And they also just enjoy sitting in it. I see it all the time sitting in it. So that's why I do it. I put rocks in there. Underneath, you guys can put containers to control or to contain the rocks. So when you pour water in there, it just doesn't go underneath the side of the tanks, like in the bottom here, because you have drainage and stuff. But I didn't, because I figure if there's going to be drainage, then why not just put water on that side and just let it all just flow together. That's just me, though. Everyone can do whatever you want. And on the side here, I don't know if you can see those rocks right there. That's slate, and I live right on the lake, so I get that for free. Most people, you guys will have to buy it. But it's a good rock. It's like a stepping stone for them to get in their like wading pool and such. And it just looks nice. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's pretty much just a simple job right now. I just wanted you guys to take a look. My next video I'm going to show you guys is going to be the completed project. It's going to look all spiffy. The frogs will be in it. My citronellas will be. So stay tuned for that. And I'll show you guys how I made the top for this. It's very simple, very quick. I'll go a little bit more into that, maybe some lighting. Please subscribe to my channel. Send me messages. Good, bad, whatever. I want to know what you guys think. And if you guys have general questions on reptile keeping, dart frogs, anything I've talked about in any of my past videos too, feel free to send me. I'll answer as much as I can possible. I usually get, surprisingly, a large amount of questions about just anything general reptile related frequently. But I will try to get back to your question and answer it. And anything I can do to help, I'm always here to help. And I'm always learning. Always know that. There's always room to learn. Thank you, and have a good day.